Welcome back to Lunch Break. I'm Wendy Bounds. For guys with a lot of gear to haul every day, the line between a man purse and a manly bag, well, it is pretty thin. The satchel, though, is trying to fill this slot. We've got Chris Binkley. She's in Los Angeles, and she's going to tell us all about this. The average number of items guys have to carry around every day, it's just blossomed. I mean, I see guys walking around here with stuff falling out of the pockets of their pants, Chris. What are we up to, really?
You know, Coach did a study. They said 7 items that the average man carries, which means the not average man may carry a dozen.
Part of the problem is, for all guys I've ever talked to, is they don't know what to put it in. I mean, carrying a briefcase just feels too stiff and stuffy. Having a backpack feels like you're back in college. But the satchel seems to be the perfect in-between, and you're seeing a lot more makers go after that. Who are they?
Yeah, you know, just about everybody who's making a bag is trying to go for this market, from Hermes on the really high end. When I asked Coach if they were doing it, I sent an email. I got a reply back, yes, 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 exclamation point. It's a big deal for the market right now. A lot of guys own a backpack, and a lot of guys may own a briefcase, which just doesn't quite go with our casual ethos these days. And so this is a whole market for bag makers to use to sell guys a bag they may not own yet.
I'm holding one right here on the set here that you can't see, Chris. It's a bag that's made by Filson. It's actually a game satchel. This belongs to the News Hub host, Simon Constable. You actually could put rabbit and pheasants in this. I don't think he's actually done that, but he does have a lot of things in there, including his wallet, which he left me. I'll maybe going through that later. But you picked 3. Tell us about some of the ones that you picked. This Fendi bag, pretty pricey, a little over $2,200.
Yeah, that's at the high end. You're paying for a fashion brand there. The great thing about the bag is it's very light, and unlike that, for instance, there's a beautiful bag made by Will Leather. It's an absolutely gorgeous, very kind of rustic. It's sort of what your great-grandfather might have carried in the 1920s. Gorgeous leather. It weighs 5 pounds. So one of the things to look at, of course, in buying a bag is whether you buy a 2-pounder or a 5-pounder. It makes a big difference when it's on your arm all day. And
this Fendi one we were just looking at, it looks like it actually, I mean, a woman could carry that as well. It kind of had a feminine side to it. Coach, tell us about the Coach bag. That was a little bit cheaper, $568.
Yeah, and you know, by the way, that may not sound like cheap to a lot of people, $500 for a bag, but the truth is that these are bags that you're going to have for years and years and years. If you measure them by the cost per use, it might be well worth it to invest in a bag that's a little bit more expensive but is very well sold. The Coach bag, for instance, has lots of little nooks and crannies inside to put the things that you're carrying now. When I was looking for bags, I made sure that they had room for an iPad and hopefully even a laptop. And
this Coach one, you said, could even also fit your gym shoes. It's big enough to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's another thing. You know, we carry our lives with us. And, you know, there's a stereotype about women having so much in their handbags. Guys are doing the same thing these days. They don't want to carry a handbag, but they really do need a bag that carries their daily life with them.
What about this Gucci leather Hobo bag?
You know, that's a great bag. It is, it fits on your shoulder. It can also, you know, be carried in the hand. It's very light. And it's practical. It's another bag that's well made and is going to last a long time. The downside for some people is that it's a logo bag. It's a subtle logo, but those are little kissing G's down on the corners.
Do you find that there are any men who still today gravitate toward the traditional briefcase, and that just still serves their purpose?
Yeah, you know, and this is a decision that really is often made by your profession. I talked to a lawyer in Philadelphia who was facing this problem. He has all kinds of things to carry. He doesn't want to carry a briefcase, but he was really worried about what the guys in his conservative office would think if he came in with anything that could be referred to as a merce or a man bag or a man purse. He ended up with a Toomey bag that's really a messenger bag, like bicycle messengers carry. And he did get some ribbing. His office is conservative, and he had to bear with it a bit.
I think when you're here next, you're going to have to check out Simon's Philchrist bag here. This is one of the nicest man bags I've ever seen. You know, I won't steal too much from it. You can rifle through it when you get here.